drawing today starts with the letter K. And we're gonna do our big capital K to start. So I'm gonna do a couple here, but usually you draw your K with one line that goes up and down. And if you're doing an uppercase K, it'll look kind of like this. So I'm gonna draw a couple more just in case you draw yours a little different. You can see that it's okay. They'll just end up having a different look in the end. So this one has a lot of steps. So I'll try and slow it down a little bit, but just do your best. So on the bottom right part of this K, we're going to kind of take that end and we're going to curve it back a little bit, kind of like this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw my curve. So it kind of looks like that. So I'm going to do that to my other two, but you go ahead and do it to yours too. All right, next on the bottom of this little hook that we drew, we're gonna draw a long skinny bump like this, okay? Almost looks like maybe a squished out pancake or something. So here we go, we're gonna go like that, okay? So when you try and draw that on yours, I'm gonna do it to my other two here. Okay, now you're going to continue that line over, and then once you get to see how this line kind of comes down, I got about to that point, I'm going to curve my line up like this. Curve it up. So I'm going to try and do that. You're going to go over. Once you get back to where your first line of your K is, you're going to curve it up. So over and then curve up. Any guesses what you're drawing yet? K is for... All right, so once we get to this point, we're gonna go back up to that line that we just finished, and we're going to curve it back to this first part of our K, and then we'll finish it off like that, okay? So you can watch again if you didn't quite catch that. We're gonna do is curve it back, and then we want it to connect to the bottom of the K here, but if yours comes down too low, you can just make your K come a little bit longer. Curving it back, see that one? I kind of brought it down too low, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it like that. So you go ahead and do yours right now. K is for, maybe you can tell. I wonder if you can tell. So now we're gonna keep going on this drawing. We're going to connect the top two of our K like this. Just draw a straight line to connect the top two lines that are on top of your K. And we're going to give our little drawing some ears. So there's two bumps on the top. K is for kangaroo. We're drawing a kangaroo right now. And kangaroos have big jumping legs, and they also are marsupials, so they have like a little pouch that they carry their babies in. So we gotta draw our little pouch. So if this is his leg, his belly's gonna be somewhere around here. So you can draw this sort of an L shape that connects over, and then finish the top of that pouch, almost like a little half rectangle for his pouch. And we need to draw some eyes and a nose and a mouth, so we'll give him some little eyes. Draw a little nose at the tip and a mouth. And then it needs little ear, or not little ears, we drew our ears, little arms rather. So you can draw your arms a few different ways. You can have it kind of one coming off to the side here and then one off to the other side. You could have them both coming out like the front, like he's kind of has them out front of his body. Or you can just show one and the one's on the other side. So this is K is for kangaroo. And if you wanted to, I drew with a marker so I can't erase, but if you wanted to, you could draw the little baby inside of the pouch. And a baby kangaroo is called a joey. Like a baby duck is called a duckling, or a baby chicken is called a chick. A baby kangaroo is called a joey. Anyway, for this, we're doing K is for kangaroo. Okay. The next one we're going to do is with a lowercase k, and the lowercase k is pretty similar to the uppercase K, but it's going to, usually people draw the top one a little bit shorter, a little bit lower on that original stem, like that. So I'm going to draw a couple more just in case yours look a little bit different. You'll see it's not that big of a deal. It'll still work out. Okay. And this one is a little bit simpler maybe, but it can be a little, just try and follow along here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect the top two Ks like this, or not the top two Ks rather, but the top two, I guess, arms of the K. So we're going to connect it like that with a straight line. So I'll do that to these two. That looks kind of like a rock and roll R, doesn't it? Okay. And the next thing that we're going to do is we want to kind of like butterflies are the same on both sides, right? That's called symmetrical. We're going to try and do a symmetrical drawing here. So see this triangle that we've created? We're going to try and do the same triangle on the other side. So I'm going to draw, just like this line comes out, I'm going to draw this line on the other side. And then this one should match it. It's okay if it's not exact. So this one, I'm going to have it kind of copy that triangle over on this side. It's kind of a skinny one. I'm going to try and copy it on this side. So we're going to try and make it symmetrical on both sides. All right, the next step is we are going to connect these corners to that bottom stem of our K. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to connect it with a straight line as best as I can from this corner to that bottom part. And do that all these. Any guesses on what we're drawing now? K is for... Here, we're about to find out real quick. We have another line here that we need to connect these two together. These two corners, we're going to connect those with a straight line. Right here, connect those two with a straight line. Connect these two with a straight line. Hopefully that's starting to help you see what we're drawing. We are drawing K is for kite. So now you can make this line longer, and then you can draw a little person here holding on to their kite string. He's got a little hat on. Standing in the grass, holding his kite string. And then kites have a little tail, so on the bottom of your kite you can draw a little wiggly line with some little, kind of like little leaves on the bottom of it, I guess you could call them. It's probably a technical term that I don't know. K is for kite. K is for kite. So this week was a little challenging, I'll be honest. K is for kite, and K is for kangaroo.